I did a post a little while ago about women who turn on you when you have concerns about their man, or concerns about their man being around their children. And I have a commenter who's asking a question about that. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed therapist. Commenter says, "Can you please talk more about this? I'm actually in a tough spot where I feel offended that my friend thinks I'm jealous of her, and I would cut off the friendship if we weren't part of a larger friend group. We were close, but I found out a lot of lies that she told, and she's been pillow talking with her man about me." So thank you for asking this, and I'm quite sure a lot of women are in the very same predicament. I think though, the question I have for you are, what are your standards and what are your boundaries when it comes to people, and are you upholding those? Because whether or not you're part of a larger friend group or not, you want to be true to yourself. Otherwise, it feels very much like self betrayal, and you start to feel resentful over time because you stayed way past the expiration date, as I like to say. And so I would ask you to revisit that. So do you allow your friends to pillow talk about you to their man? Are you okay with that? Because the longer you engage with this person, that gives them the signal or the sign that you are okay with that and that you ain't going to do anything about it. Except for go along with the okie doke. They're running a program, they betrayed you, they don't care. So who's going to uphold that standard if not you? Regardless of whether or not you're in a large friendship group. And if you want to keep up the pleasantries for the friendship group, then you can. Like you could certainly keep things superficial, like hi and bye. But again, you have to figure out whether or not that works with you or not. See, I'm of the age group that, once I'm done with somebody, I'm done with somebody. I don't care, and I'm not gonna fake the funk for anybody. But it's up to you whether or not you want to continue doing that for the sake of the friend group. And you can keep things superficial. Hi, bye, the weather's nice, that kind of stuff. But even that can feel like a self betrayal. I also don't know the level of the betrayal because I think that also makes a big difference to, the lying. She's already shown herself to be not trustworthy with lying. I don't know how much she's betrayed you with how much she's, went back and told to her man or whatnot. So that's on you to really decide. But again, you know, I'm of the belief you don't give a snake, more than once or twice to bite you, because after that, it automatically becomes on you. It automatically defaults to you staying in a situation where that there's a higher percentage than not that you are going to get hurt or betrayed by this person. So that is one thing I will say to you. If she's already betrayed you once, twice, and I don't know how many ever other times, you need to know that by staying in this relationship in any way, shape, form, or fashion, she will most likely betray you again. And honestly, you may want to see if you can break up the friend group a little bit in terms of the time that you're spending. Instead of spending time with 10 girls at a time, maybe spend time with like 3 or 4 at a time. So you're kind of breaking up the amount of time that you're spending with all of these people. But that's on you and your comfort level as well. Does the friendship group provide more benefit than not? I mean, does it benefit you in some way to hang around a larger group versus like, 2, 3 girls or how many ever? Sometimes, it might can't be avoided if like, for example, if you're part of a sorority or something like that. But I'm of the belief, once again, that, people do what they want to do and you can make it work if you want to. So a lot of times when we tell ourselves that we can't do something because of X, we really don't want to do something because of X. This also means that you have to watch yourself in this situation where this woman is around. That means you cannot tell, you cannot disclose anything to within the group that you don't want to be broadcasted on the news. So anything that you disclose and that could possibly get back to her, then you have to be comfortable with it being out in the world. That's essentially the only way. It's also interesting that you feel offended by your friend thinking that you're jealous of her. Is there any truth to that? And I ask that because when there's zero truth to that, you typically don't care. Um, and I also hear that you're still calling her a friend. So that also lets me know that there's some part of you that is still emotionally loyal to her, that is loyal to her emotions, how she's feeling, and to the integrity of the relationship. She's already clocked out. She's already told you what time it was with her, but you're still clocked in. And so that's why you're left feeling hurt because you're already overdoing it more than she is. She doesn't give a shit. She's like talking, telling all your business. She doesn't give a damn. She's creating stories. She's got animosity, and here you are hurt over public enemy number one. You need to cut it out, and you need to, take her for who she is and what you've seen and move accordingly. Stop making excuses. So I hope this helps. Thanks so much. You guys take care and let me know how you feel about what I'm saying. Definitely subscribe to the podcast and the newsletter of mine linked in the bio if you feel like this helps. Thanks so much.